When the boundaries of the future are blurred, it's still worth it to stop and look up. The world of space can turn the mind upside down and instill hope in the reality of the impossible. Science fiction writers have devoted many novels to fantastic planets, whose properties and characteristics literally amaze readers and captivate the imagination. But as science and scientists prove, the universe perfectly copes with this task and without outside interference. An immense number of planets can surprise each of us and show that miracles exist in the cosmic dimension. It is only necessary to overcome the distance of tens of thousands of light years. Glass rains on the planet HD 189733b. The bright blue planet isn't just as marvelous as it may seem at first glance. The beautiful giant, in the constellation of Foxy, is located 63 light-years from the Sun and is slightly larger than Jupiter. The celestial planet could remotely remind you of Earth, but there is still one major difference among them. It is absolutely uninhabitable, and it's not just the different atmospheres. Rain of glass shards, you must agree, does not sound very hospitable. In fact, everything is even more extreme. Silicon particles from the planet's surface are rising into the atmosphere. Due to the fact that the planet is extremely close to its star, the temperature of its atmosphere varies from 500 to 900 degrees Celsius, so the silicon particles turn into glass, drops of which are picked up by the wind. Its speed here exceeds the speed of sound and can reach 8,700 km. Thus, glass storms are formed, which move horizontally across the planet. Therefore, do not think that the blue streams are the waves of the ocean. In fact, these swirls are thunderstorms of small drops of molten glass. The 2-in-1 hellish planet Korot 7b. The unique planet Korot 7b is a kind of cosmic shifter, which on one side looks like a red hot, and on the other like an ice ball with a small neutral zone in the middle. The whole point is that the planet is turned to its star only one side. Because of this and there is such a striking difference. On the, to put it mildly, warm, lighted side of the temperature reaches 2,500 degrees, and the fire element here does not stop its cycle for a second. The lower layers of lava are heated and, becoming lighter, rise. The upper ones cool down and, becoming heavier, fall down. This circulation takes place constantly. Another amazing process is also visible here. Vapor from the oceans of lava rises into the atmosphere and solidifies on its uppermost layers, after which it returns to Korot 7b in the form of rock rain. The side hiding from the sun is a deposit of solidified lava, with an even thicker layer of immovable water ice on top. Not surprisingly, the planet is completely uninhabitable. Ocean planet GJ 1214b. We marvel at the depth and vastness of the ocean, but what if we imagine water filling almost the entire planet? Don't think it's just a silly fiction. There is an exoplanet GJ 1214b in the universe in the constellation of Serpentine. Estimated time of arrival on Earth is 40 light-years. It is 7 times heavier than our planet, and water here exists in 2 states, superliquid water and hot ice. By the way, the depth of the ocean here is quite impressive, 1,500 kilometers, and the mass of water is 10% of the mass of the planet. For comparison, the deepest place on Earth, the Mariana Trench, as known from official data, goes to the core only 11 kilometers. If the planet were a little closer to Earth, the probability of studying its properties would be much higher. Diamond planet PSR J1719 1438b. This planet in the constellation of the Serpent can be called a jeweler's dream. It consists of crystalline carbon, and diamond is an allotropic form of carbon, but landing on it to study jewelry is unlikely. It is the local gravity and prolonged exposure to heat that turns matter into diamonds, and humans cannot yet resist such strong pressure. The diameter of the diamond planet exceeds the Earth 5 times, and it is not too close, at a distance of 4,000 light-years. But the most interesting, not even Phil PSR J1719 1438b, and the history of its origin. Diamond planets appear not quite typical even for Spaceway. They come from a dying star. First, there was a giant star. On average, they live a few 100 million years. After the expiration of the term, it began to fade and turned into a supernova star, or rather, exploded using up all the hydrogen, and later into a white dwarf. All this time, the celestial body revolved around a pulsar, which played the main role in this story. He pulled about 90% of the matter, leaving on the planet only a super-dense diamond core. Real Star Wars. Conspirator planet Tres 2b. Many planets are difficult not only to study, but also to find in the universe. And in this task, the most tricky was the planet Tres 2b. It is the darkest of all the planets found and reflects only 1% of incident starlight, so finding it is an insanely difficult task. Imagine soot, or the darkest paint, so compared to it, the shades we're used to are quite light and neutral. Its appearance is also affected by sodium, potassium, and titanium oxide vapors, which absorb light. Only a small, faint red glow is noticeable due to the glowing matter. The nearly invisible planet resides in the constellation Dragon and belongs to the class of hot Jupiters, gas giants. Tres 2b is 750 light-years away from the solar system, with its orbit very close to its star. The hottest planet, Kelt 9b. The planet Kelt 9b in the constellation of Swan belongs to the massive gas giants, which can be called hot Jupiters. Such varieties of space dwellers are at the closest possible distance from their stars. By the way, the star around which Kelt 9b orbits is 2.5 times larger than the Sun, and most importantly, it is twice as hot. Its temperature is over 9,800 degrees Celsius. The temperature on the planet itself is 4,300 degrees Celsius, so the existence of any life forms, even hydrogen gas molecules, on them is impossible. Kelt 9b is 620 light-years away from the Sun, and according to scientists, in a few million years, it will burn up all its gases and disappear, leaving its star alone. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to learn more about space.